Hi developers. So till now we have completed the seller authentication part in our application, and now we have to work on product operations, like how we can add product, delete, update and display the product and all, right? But firstly we have to work on add product, because till now we don't have any product in our application, and without products we cannot perform display, delete and update operations and all. So first of all we will just work on add product, and then we will move on the other operations. So where we will do that, let me show you on the UI. So currently once our user is logged in, we have two menus. One is product listing and second one is add product. So here we will just add the UI for add product in this part, and in upcoming part we will just display the products there, right? So let's take a look on the points that we have to perform in that video. First of all, we will make a simple HTML form, and then we will add some HTML Angular property with it, like you can say that form name and ng submit and some ng module and all, right? And after that, whenever we will just click on the submit button, we will able to get the values in a function of all input fields. And at last we will add some style also, so that the UI can be look like some little bit smoother and better, right? So now let's start with the first point and add some HTML input fields and form. So where we have to do that, in last video we created a component with the name of seller add product. So let's open there, and let me just remove the default stuff from there, and I am just adding the div there. And let me add a class name. Let's say class name is add product, and inside it we can just make a h1 tag also. Let's say new add new product, right? And after that we can make a form there, and we don't need any action at all for a moment, so I'm just removing this action. And but we need a form ID. So what I'm just going to do, I'm putting there hash form ID, like add product, and the value of this ID should be ng form. Like the same thing we already done with the seller authentication. If you just want to check it, you can just check it from there also, and you can just copy the code from the seller authentication and paste it there, and you can just make some minor updates. That will also work, but for a moment I just want to show you that how we can just do all of these things. So I will just go one by one, right? All right, so after just watching that, we can just check the UI, like are we able to just you can see some h1 tag and or not. So this is still working fine. So now what we can do, that we can just copy a one field from there, right? One input field. So whenever you will just put there, you will find there some style is already applied there. So let me show you like this, right? Why this is applied? Because in initial videos we created a form input class in our style.css, and that style is actually just applied there, right? And one more thing that we have to do, we have to just add a class on the you can say that form also, which is a common form. We also added this class, and now let's see, is it making some changes? Yeah. So now you can see that we can see our input fields in a center, and you can just see that common form is just written there, right? So now we can just copy and paste some these input fields. So let me just change the placeholder and name of this field. Let's say enter product name, and name is fine for a moment. And the second field could be, let's say price, enter product price, and we can change the name also. After that, let's add the category. Now we can add the color if you want. Even if you want to add some other field, that will also work. There is no issue. So let me enter product color, and now let me add one more thing, which is a description. And description is a little bit large, so I am just putting their text area, and you can say that enter product description, and let me change the name also, right? Okay, with small d, that will be better because we are just performing the standard things. And now last one is, and let me tell you that why I'm just adding the input field here, which is product image URL, right? And let me just add the image of name of this, right? So now you can ask one question like why we just added the input field for image URL, why we are not using their file upload file system. See, we are using their JSON server, and with the JSON server this is a bit harder to add the images and all, and I think this is not possible even, right? So that could be only possible with the actual API or actual server, like with the PHP or you can say that with the Python, with the Java and Node and all. But this is just a JSON server, so that will not work. That's why I just decide to paste the image URL there. So we will just get some images from the internet and paste the URL so that we can display the images, right? So if you are not aware like how we can actually upload the image with the help of Angular, then I can make a separate video on that topic. If you need that, then you can ask me in the comment box. So now the next thing is we just need a button also. So I am just making the copy of sign up button and I'm pasting there, and we can say that add product on the text. So now let's see how this is look like. This is better, and as we are using their text area for description, this is basically a bit flexible. All right, so now what we need to do there, we have to just make ng submit event also. So let me just add that thing like ng submit, and we can create any function. Let's say my function name is submit, and what we will just pass there, add product our form name dot value, right? And now let's describe or create this function inside our TS file. So submit, and we are getting this data here, the type of object, and we can make a console there, console.won or console.log data. So currently you will find there, once we will click there, the all input fields are empty because there is no data. But you can count there, are they actually 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that is fine. So I'm not going to add the validation on these input field for a moment, because I will just make a separate video for the validation, and there I will just apply the validation on all forms like login form, registration form, and add product form and also, right? So we'll make a separate video on that. So now just let me add some data. Let's say Samsung M40, this is my product name. Product price is, let's say $500. Category is mobile phones or smartphones. Product color is, let's say, green. Description, good product. Anything you can add there, like whatever you want to add. Some URL we will add there, and once we will click on the add product, you can see that we are getting all these values there, right? So that's all for this part, and thank you so much for watching this video. In next part we will integrate the API for add product, and then we will just integrate the you can say that display product API also. So thank you so much for your valuable time. Please support me by subscribe my channel, like this video, and share your valuable feedback. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.